What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Game Week FC. It took us a while to get this video out, but now we have concluded the Premier League season. We're about to get into the World Cup. But look at this, week 38. Our final scores, our final betting records are confirmed. And Parker, you didn't finish as strong as you wanted to. You made an incredible comeback. And I think I would have had it if I had a disastrous week 38. I think you would have caught up to me, but thankfully I finished the season above average, or not. I wouldn't even say above average. Pretty much dead even. My record looks okay, but how do you feel about the overall season and this past weekend?
Yeah, so I mean, debut season doing this. If you had told me that I was going to win 175 games, I would probably have taken it. Um, in the end, in our head-to-head matchup, I think I just left myself a little too much to bite off at the end. Um, so we're gonna regroup next year and try to bounce back. But overall, good
Yeah,
first season.
yeah, not bad. It was a lot of fun to do. Um, so just to confirm it, this past week, Parker, you went 4-6. I went 5-4-1. Overall records, I went 182 wins, 180 losses, and 18 pushes. Parker, you went 175 wins, 192 losses, and 13 pushes. This was really difficult to do. Like, there were times it was so up and down, um, but we stayed, we did our best, stayed consistent, and I'm pretty happy with my record. I feel like a lot of I feel like I feel like it's better than most. I would say 380 games we had to try to predict. So
I mean,
I think
that's
we did
incredible that
a
you
decent
were
job.
over 50% is incredible.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Um, Obviously, thought I could have done even better. Obviously, you know, yeah. I think the best record in a weekend was 9-1. I think you went 9-1.
Yep.
None of us ever went 10-0. That's really freaking hard to do. Um, the Premier League is so surprising, but I learned a lot about it, and I learned a lot about you know overlooking certain things, seeing where value is, kind of just focusing on team form and just weird stats like that.
Yeah.
So
I know we've talked
yeah,
about this
that
off
that
air, but next year I would like to incorporate a little more stats with our records as well to show, okay, this was our percentage when we picked Manchester United money line. This was our percentage when we took corners, stuff like that. And
yeah
I think that'd be really, really interesting to see and reflect on at the end of next season.
yeah that's that's a really great point. I think that's those statistics would have been really interesting to see. I guess we just if we did that, we'd have to tally a weekly
Yeah,
kind of table for that. But yeah, I mean, I think I think honestly, both of us were really successful with the corner kick props.
I
Um,
agree.
like I think we definitely won more corner kick bets than our winning percentage was higher than anything else, I'd say.
I would agree. I would agree. And that's kind of what I'm curious to see. I feel like my both
Yeah,
teams to score picks were not very good this year. So I would like to see just seeing all the details and numbers behind certain bets would be really, really fascinating.
yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. All right, you at least you beat me in your favorite bets, so I'll give you that. the best bets at the end of the videos. You beat me in that.
Yeah, I probably did. I'll t
Guys, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say I'll take the wins where I can get them.
That's fair. Well, you have another win. Um, Talking about the very first video we ever made on YouTube, which was we made our at the beginning of the season. We tried to predict the all 20 team rankings for the or standings for the Premier League, and you actually did a pretty solid job. You got the first team right and the second team right, and somehow we both got Fulham at 11th ranked. But yeah, you should have put some money on Arsenal and win the league at the beginning of the season, I guess.
Yeah, I probably should have. Um, I had a feeling that they were going to do it, and I guess the next topic we'll talk about was our champions and all those player stats and stuff. So I also picked Arsenal in that one. So yeah, this was a fun exercise as well. It was tough, honestly, especially I feel like 6 to 16 could have been anyone almost.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
we both only got Burnley right at the teams to be relegated.
yeah. They were close. They were close to being bottom. That could have, I think that could have changed at the end of the season if they had lost to Wolves, but maybe. No, I
Yeah.
think Wolves would have.
All right, so here's a question. After looking at this table, our predictions, and then seeing the final standings, who was the biggest surprise for you?
Yeah, I was going to ask some similar question. That biggest surprise to me for me was, I think it's got to be Bournemouth. I think we both had them 12th, 13th because they lost a lot of players and then they ended up getting top six. So it's remarkable what they've done despite losing some key players. So I'd say Bournemouth. I feel like I have to say that.
Yeah, I love that pick. And I think I saw a crazy stat. I meant to go double check it before I spoke about this, but I think they went unbeaten since Semenyo left,
That's unreal.
which
That's unreal.
that should not have happened. So major props to Iriola, who looks like he's on, well, I guess he is on his way to Liverpool now. So hell of a season. I guess we'll see what happens with them next year. But anyway, my team that I was most surprised with, I feel like it had to be Sunderland. We both had them
Mm,
going down, um, and they finished seventh and qualified for Europe. I mean, what a crazy turn! Promoted from the championship and then qualifying for Europe. That's fairy tale stuff. So Black Cats are my biggest surprise of the season.
yeah, that's a great show. I actually forgot that we put them at the bottom. Yeah, Sunderland, Bournemouth, both just incredible seasons. I'd also give a shout out to Manchester United. We had them top six, but I did not see them getting as high as they did. Third, third by a substantial amount. So yeah,
Yeah,
big ups.
I think with United, we both kind of thought they would have a better season since they were not playing in Europe. So they really only had to focus on the Premier League, which I think really helped them.
Yeah. Biggest disappointment of the season has to be Spurs, I'd say. Um,
Yeah.
my yeah, Spurs probably biggest disappointment. My biggest regret in this is putting Brentford at 19th because they played way better than I thought they would.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I guess biggest regret. I was also pretty low on Brentford myself, but I'm gonna say Newcastle. I had them, in seventh, qualifying for one of the lower uh, European spots, and I mean seventh to 12th is not a huge gap, but they're gonna feel it in their wallet this next season.
Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be playing European games makes a massive difference. I think that's part of the reason why Man United did so well is because they were just able to focus on the league. Um, we also did we predicted our top scorers and managers of the year as well. This was our first video ever. Um, so we both had Erling Haaland top goal scorer. So that was yeah, that was a lock. Manager of the year, Guardiola, Arteta. Did they announce the manager of the years yet?
Uh, I think they did, and I feel like it had to be Arteta.
Probably was, or it could have been like,
I mean,
yeah,
honestly, Unai Emery
you don't Emery,
or
yeah,
or or Iriola would have been great nominees as well.
yeah, yeah. I don't, I forgot who it was, but best transfer, João Pedro. You said Dan and Doy.
Yeah,
I mean, Dan and Doy was the biggest disappointment for you.
yeah. I think my best transfer and biggest transfer flop were just flip flopped.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Danny Doy, I was super high on him. I was really hoping that he would eclipse the 10 goals assist mark so that I would have an excuse to buy those really cool tan Nottingham Forest kits, but was not to be, and hopefully he has a better World Cup.
yeah, that's brutal. Biggest transfer flop. You said Ekatike. Ekatike did all right. Gyökeres, I mean, yeah, he did well. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got in this video, guys. We had to we've been so busy since the end of the season. It's been tough to, you know, make this final video. And now we're about to make a back-to-back video. We got to make a our World Cup predictions, and we're gonna get that out soon. So, but yeah, had to recap the end of the Premier League season. Can't wait for the next one. Parker, enjoyed doing this with you. We'll hopefully we can keep this going, and maybe get even more subscribers and views and stuff like that. So
Yeah, pump for next season. We'll regroup or recalibrate our minds for club football here in a few months, but stay tuned for some World Cup content.
yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. We will get you that World Cup stuff as soon as possible. Parker, adios.
Adios.